If you go on to enjoy the video, do me a favour and hit that like button. It really does help out the channel a lot. And through Team of the Season, we are going to be doing a hell of a lot of player reviews. And of course, if you need any coins to get you through Team of the Season, head over to u7buy.com. Through Team of the Season, they are doing a pretty big promotion. 15% off when you use the code TVM at checkout. The link is in the description. What is going on, guys? Tim here. Welcome back to a brand new video. If you saw the video from earlier today where I reviewed the Celtic Edouard Team of the Season card, you'd have heard me talk about Goldson a fair bit. That's because I had them both in the same team. No, not because they link to each other, although they do. But of course, I had them so far apart, one being a centre-back, the other being a striker, that I just had them in there for convenience purposes. Big fan of this guy's inform, 79 rated. I say a big fan. I mean, I liked it when it came out many moons ago. Now it would probably be trash, unless you used it in Managerial Masterpiece. This card, though, Team of the Season 87 rated around 90 to 95,000 coins, which, I mean, for an 87 rated centre-back is probably okay, but when you look at his stats, he has everything he needs in the right areas, and outside of the odd thing here or there, he's, I wouldn't say one of the best defenders in the game, but he's definitely an option because that 79 rated inform card is very good. Even now, I'm sure you could probably get away with it in certain teams. And like I said, Managerial Masterpiece in particular, you could definitely get away with it because it's a great card. But this is just that on steroids, right? So he's got 85 acceleration, 83 sprint speed. For a centre-back, that's obviously very, very good. If you were to give him, I don't know, shadow, let's be honest. You give most centre-backs a shadow. If you give him a shadow, he's up into the mid-90s for pace. That's pretty much where you want your centre-backs to be. He will let you down a little bit with agility and balance, 74-70, unfortunately, but sort of makes up for in other areas. 90 short passing and long passing, so he can work the ball out of the, or from the back without minimal trouble, really. 96 strength is banging. His defensive stats, you know, on paper, it's fine. Maybe for a Team of the Season, you'd expect a little bit more. So 88 stand tackle, 83 slide tackle, and 86 interceptions and heading. It's good, but it's good for a sort of mid-80s rated card. This is 87, so it's a little bit above that. I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit better, but with a shadow, you're well into the 90s, and you have the pace to boot. And of course, he's got relatively good composure, reactions, his ball control's not bad. The biggest downside to the card for me, really, is the fact that he's only got a 2-star weak foot. I don't care about the skill moves. That's irrelevant for a centre-back unless you are literally trying to build the most skilling squad you can find. But yeah, 2-star skill moves, not ideal. Medium defensive work rate, not ideal either. But apart from those two, rather, they're not insignificant, but they are two pretty small things. I can definitely look past the work rates because in a system where you've got your centre-backs to stay back while attacking anyway, there's not going to be an awful lot of running forward and there's not going to be an awful lot of sort of missed position. You know, you've got 87 defensive awareness and he's got medium work rates. He's not going to be bombing forward to join the attack. He does have a shot in this game, and it's not through forced play either. It's actually from a corner. Corner comes in, and you'll see it shortly, and he gets an opportunity, and he does quite well. Sort of. He surprised me considering he's got 56 finishing. But either way, of course, it depends on how you play and it depends on what formation you use, etc. But for absolute transparency, I use a 5 at the back system. This is the shot that he has, by the way. So takes 2 players on with an unreal bridge or push or whatever you want to call it, and then hits the post. And unfortunately, that shot was offside. But either way, yeah, he surprised me with his ability to beat people. I mean, I'm not saying you should run the length of the field with him, but he had that ability on the edge to beat people. I really wasn't expecting much, but he did surprise me. And then, of course, his shot, considering how bad his finishing actually is, the fact that he even got that close surprised me. So not terrible. But yeah, I play with a 5 at the back, so he does have cover either side of him because he is the central defender. And I think Bender is to his left, and I can't remember the other centre-back. You would have seen it. Maybe Kante to his right or to his left. So, you know, he does have other very capable players around him. So, of course, if you're playing with a lesser team... Oh, actually, I've got Joe Gomez in this team, haven't I? Yeah, thinking about it. He's got Joe Gomez next to him, a player that I still see people use in champs and rivals, which is just outrageous. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about then. So he's got like an 83 rated defender next to him. Okay, don't get me wrong, that's a bit of an overpowered 83, but he's still quite poor. And he is head and shoulders above in terms of quality. I can rely on him, you know. Him and Bender together at the back when Bender comes on as a sub. I remember more what my team was all about now. They worked together very, very well. Gomez obviously has issues here or there. He has sort of fallen behind a little bit now. But he wasn't out of place at all. Goldson, very, very good player. I didn't really have any negatives. You know, the weak foot is something that on paper you don't like, but in game it doesn't really bother me because I'm using left foot, right foot here to play short passes. And so long as it's only a short pass, you should be able to get by with it. You know, it's not that big a deal. He's very good in the air. He's very strong. It's one of the main selling points of the card, really, is his strength, which is obviously very good. Stamina's good enough for a centre-back at 83. It's nothing to moan about. The only other sort of negative, again, on paper, is that defensive work rate. It's medium for his work rate, which for me is fine. I know a lot of people are going to moan about it. If only he had high defensive work rate. Doesn't matter. He's going to stay back anyway. He's not going to venture forward. His positioning is actually very good. With a shadow chem style as well. Turns him into a very, very high-rated defender. Gets things going from the back with his passing. He's, I wouldn't say extremely composed, but composed enough. He's, like I said, very strong. His slide tackling is very good. His stand tackling is solid. His interceptions are relatively good as well. I wouldn't say it's the best I've ever used. And in terms of like a defender in general, I mean, would I rather have him or Rafael Varane? I mean, to be honest, there's not an awful lot of difference between the two, which is obviously a stupid thing to say because Rafael Varane is like an 86 rated gold card. But, you know, he is one of those cards that people are still going to use in August. So, you know, we have to sort of look past it. But he competes with those type of players. He's definitely got the pace. He's got the defensive capability. Links to a few other players. Okay, the league links are awful, and that is something that I wish was different. And yeah, it would be nice if he had a 3 or 4 star weak foot. But at the end of the day, this for 90-something thousand coins is an absolutely solid centre-back choice. And if you are able to fit him into your team with chemistry, or maybe you're building some sort of fun squad, I would definitely recommend him. I would look forward to more of these type of cards from the minor team of the seasons more than the top 5, where we get really cheap cards, 60 to 90k, that are bang on for sort of quality and value. Maybe people don't know enough about him in real life to make their price go higher, or maybe they don't fit into teams well enough. But this is the type of player who just ticks every box in my book. I really do like him. Big fan. Let me know what you think of the card in the comments, and of course, if you have used him, let me know how you got on with him. If you have enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, goodbye.